you made that dog. What is he called again?
Gromit.
Yeah, Gromit.
Hi, I'm Ian Marlow. I'm on the Arto Show. Yeah.
This artist lives in a 200-year-old chapel, always developing, experimenting with new materials and feeding his creative spirit. Through his sculptures, he's expressing the natural world in which we belong. Please give a warm welcome to Ian Marlow. Welcome to the Arto Show. Are you comfortable? Yeah, nice and warm. Yeah. So, you have to tell me, what is it with doing chapels?
That's a good question. I mean, I've said to people, it's just had 200 years of prayer and hymn singing. What can be wrong, really? It's just ideal.
It's full of good spirits.
It's full of good spirits, which is what an artist needs.
What do you find is the biggest challenge of being a sculptor?
Space for storing has always been a problem. I mean, in my last place, when I was, say, doing the stone sculptures, which were really a problem for storing them, I used to go along to the neighbours sometimes. Do you mind if I put a sculpture in your garden? And they say, no, please. We'll have it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was good like that.
Yeah, because you changed the materials a lot too.
Yes.
So
I first started working in wood, and I loved wood because it was so organic.
And the smell that comes from when you're cutting it is just amazing.
It's very tactile, very, very warm. Then I just started playing with a bit of stone and thought, oh, well, this is all right. And then, of course, you realise that actually with stone you can have big. And so the sculptures got bigger and bigger, whereas, you're more limited with the size when you're dealing with wood, unless you start laminating it together or whatever. So then I fell in love with stone and started doing big stone sculptures. Well, then I started working in alabasters because I quite liked alabaster as a different material because of its translucency. Then I had a commission from a firm near London who'd seen a small stone piece I did and wanted a 6-foot version to go inside their offices. And I said, sorry, where they were planning to put it just wouldn't take the weight.
Yeah.
Because they were basically wanting to put it on a piece of furniture. So I suggested we did it in stainless steel. Never having worked in stainless steel. And they liked that idea and then commissioned a wall piece to go with it. And I thought, I better
learn how to handle this material.
Yeah. But I love that too, because it's like jumping in the deep end,
So you like challenging yourself?
Oh, yeah, you've got to challenge yourself. Yeah, 100%. That's what makes it interesting. And I did a similar one because I then moved into stainless steel. The more I played with it, the more I fell in love with it. And you get the movement with it, which you can't get with stone. You get the way the light plays on it. So I fell in love with stainless steel, and then I started playing more with it. I had a big commission a few years ago. The only brief I was given for it, apart from the dimensions of it, because it had a specific purpose, was that it had to include something within the 200-year history of the town. I said, well, let's do loads of it, and we'll do it in stained glass. Never having worked in stained glass before. And again, they liked that idea. So I thought, I better go and learn how to do that. So I then went on this course for the stained glass and the leading and
so it's pretty
and then
much...
I set up a kiln for it.
Yeah.
And that's part of the enjoyment of this job is the possibilities are endless, really. You want to work in bronze, go and work in bronze.
Yeah.
You want to work in stone, go and work in stone. And sometimes initially you may have to get it fabricated or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we all haven't got bronze foundries in our back garden. So you get it done by somebody else, but you're involved in that process. When you're working in stainless steel or stone or whatever, you have sets of parameters which you work around, and each one is completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, with stone, for example, you're taking away all the time. if you're working in stainless steel, you're building up.
Yeah.
It's a completely
Yeah.
different process.
Exactly. What is it that you want your work to accomplish?
Satisfaction from me. I guess that's it, really.
Yeah.
It is satisfaction, isn't it? And that's what this game is about, really. And I say it is self-indulgent from that point of view.
Can you take us through that process of how you take on commissioned work?
Commissions are fun. People will come to you and say, look, I have this specific site I want a sculpture for. I'd look at the garden with them, where they want the sculpture. We discuss sort of heights and what sort of thing they wanted. And budget. Then I'll do, say, 3 or 4 sketches, designs for them. And then take them those, and then we'll discuss those. And
So you always do this face to face, it sounds like.
not always. I did have one customer a couple of years ago, and she found me on the internet, and she emailed me, sent me pictures of her garden. I sent her pictures of the design, all done over the internet.
Wow, yeah.
She commissioned it, and I made it and took it up and installed it, and that was the first time we'd met, and first time she'd seen her sculpture.
Yeah.
But that's the power of the internet these days, isn't it?
So in your eyes, what is it that makes a great artist?
Wow, you're asking some nice questions.
Thank you.
What makes a great artist? Well, you have to have the ideas. You have to have empathy with what you're creating. I was chatting to an artist, a painter, one time at a private view, and she was saying she hated commissions, she wouldn't do them. I said, oh, I love them because they take you down avenues that you wouldn't necessarily go. They make you think of things that you wouldn't necessarily think about.
Yeah.
Sometimes they know they want a sculpture, but they don't necessarily know exactly what they want because they can't visualize it like I can. And it's great when they can just say, yes, that's it. That's exactly what we want. And the fact that you've got there, you've understood them and they've understood you, and it's there, and it's that reaction, which I think any artist needs. You've got to have that ability to communicate in your art form.
So if I understand you correctly, a great artist is someone that can create something that communicate not only with themselves but also with others.
Yes. Otherwise, it's just self-indulgent, wouldn't it? If you're just talking to yourself, it's a bit sort of pointless, isn't it? You've got to be able to communicate your art. There's got to be a degree of I'm saying something, even if you're just saying, look, this is an interesting form.
Yeah.
It's got to be appreciated.
But tell us, what is the most exciting project you've been involved in?
Everyone.
Every single one. It's just as exciting because you seek challenges. So every time it's exciting because it's a new challenge.
It's like when people say, do you hate selling them? Once you've done a sculpture, I say no, because it's on with the next one.
Yeah.
I've done it now. That's it. It's finished. It's the next project. Each sculpture is exciting. Each sculpture is interesting. And if it isn't, then it's no point in doing it. Really.
Yeah, that's so true. You made that dog. What is he called again?
Gromit.
Yeah, Gromit. Yes. Can you?
I did. Yes.
That was a part of a charity case raising money for children. Can you tell us a little bit how it is to be involved in a charity case and creating something for them?
Yeah, I've done 3 of those now, and I've definitely said no more. I like the idea of artists doing work that then helps a charity. It's good. And those big charity events where we put sculptures out in towns or cities. It's amazing how many people do really appreciate them and enjoy them. Basically with that you had to submit designs and then they would select the artists that they wanted to do it. What you're given is this huge fiberglass animal.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was working on stainless steel and decided we were actually going to make him a stainless steel suit of armour, all of that suit of armour had to be moulded around him.
Yes.
In sections, then all taken off again and all welded back on again, and it was a job.
Yeah.
Because you've got to try and make a helmet that goes around his head. I mean, humans are a bit more flexible. They squeeze in a bit, and
all the fat molds into
that's
all
it.
the
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And we made cardboard templates for each section, but of course then cardboard bends completely different to stainless steel.
Yeah.
So it became a mammoth task, but they were good fun. Yeah, we
And
we went and picked it up from Bristol, which was quite fun. Because I had him in the back of the pickup and was driving back through Bristol.
Yeah.
He had all these kids saying, "Mom, there's Grummy!"
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is fun. But we had to cover him up when we took him back.
And all the materials you put into it, that's out of your pocket.
They pay, you an allowance towards it.
Okay, they do.
With all of-
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. But what has been your most memorable sculpture?
Years ago, when I used to work in stone, I'd made this huge wild boar. And anyway, he went to exhibition and he was bought by this couple. And then one night I had a phone call 20 years later.
Oh, wow.
And he just wanted to tell me that they still loved the sculpture. Their children had grown up loving it. Now their grandchildren loved it.
Oh.
And just to have somebody who phones you, go to that trouble of finding you out.
And just letting you know
just
that.
To, they still love, that's what this game is all about.
That's pretty good. But do you have any advice for anyone that wants to get into sculpturing?
Yes, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Whatever you want to do, just go out there and do it. And as long as you are serious about your work, and in this game you have to be committed, because getting started is difficult, and to do that you've got to be dedicated. You've got to be dedicated to your work. You've got to believe in it. But I always say to anyone, if you want to do it, just do it. And don't say, "Oh, I can't do it because." You want to do it, you find a way of doing it. Even if it's temporary, do it. Find a garage somewhere. There's always a way around to doing it. But as you say, the easiest thing to do is to say, "Oh, I can't do it."
Yeah, I need this.
Yeah. And if you're in that state, then you're not really committed.
Well, thank you for coming on the Outdoor Show.
This has been fun. It's great.
This has been very fun, yeah. And I've loved seeing your chapel and your garden and everything. So I really appreciate your opening your home to us. Thank you for watching, and remember, be different, be you. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
That's it. Yeah. You can just stop it if you click on the red button.